Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Monica Hernandez claims her son was unfairly kicked out of his soccer program. She is owed a refund. Coach Walter Cook says the boy got into a fight and refused to back down.
Okay, Ms. Hernandez, you are suing on behalf of your 16-year-old son, Mr. Hernandez. You're suing Mr. Cook for $1,188 that you say you want returned because he was kicked out of a program and you feel that that was wrong and unwarranted. Tell me your side.
Okay, so my son got in the team because after some research, he was the best soccer
He was
instructor.
He was the best soccer instructor.
Yes,
Okay.
that he has 5 stars and everything. So I trust him with my son.
Okay, so how long was the program supposed to be?
The program was supposed to be for almost a full year. I would say about 7 months.
Okay, so go on, Ms. Hernandez.
So then my son, one day during the training, he decides to wear this shirt. And that's when everything starts.
What, the shirt he has on right now?
Yes.
Okay, which says what, Mr. Hernandez?
The shirt says there are 2 genders.
There are only 2 genders?
Yes.
And then it has the universal symbol for man and woman?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so why don't you tell me, because your mom wasn't there, what happened? First of all, my first question is, there are no uniforms, everybody just wears what they want?
No, I was gonna change when I got to the field.
Okay, so you just arrived at the place in your own clothes?
Yes, because
which
this was the last
everybody
shirt I
does.
had.
Everybody does
Yes.
that, right? Okay, so you arrive at the place in your clothes, and what happens?
One of my colleagues, Josh, a teammate, he comes up to me saying I need to take this off immediately, and we get into an argument for 5 minutes, and then he walks away angrily.
Okay, so there wasn't a fist fight?
It wasn't. The fight did not start yet. He was pretty angry that I refused to take it off until later on, where he kicked the soccer ball and hit me in the face, and
Okay.
that's where the fight occurred.
Okay, so later on, he kicks a soccer ball right into your face, and you think it's on purpose?
Yes.
And then what did you do?
I walked up to him, told him to apologize, and he swung at me, and that's when we broke into a fight.
So according to you, he swung first?
Yes.
Okay, and he struck you on purpose with the ball?
Yes.
All right, so you two start fist fighting for how long?
I'll say I couldn't keep track. I'll say for a minute or 2.
And everybody's just watching, clapping, like nobody's pulling you two off of each other as teammates?
So I see some people recording.
Recording, honest to God.
And then after about 2 minutes of me fighting Josh, Mr. Cook pulls us aside.
Okay, so he pulls you off each other.
Yes.
And then what happens?
Mr. Cook is he wasn't arrived to see how the fight started. He wanted to see what was going on, but I was still angry that Josh hit me in the face with the soccer ball, and I wouldn't back down.
And is he telling you stop it, and you're not stopping it?
The coach asked me to sit down on the bench, but I refused because I was still angry. And then he told me to turn my shirt inside out or take it off, and I still refused. And he said,
Weren't you about to put your uniform on anyway?
Yes, I was going to, but I was still enraged that I'm being forced to do it
So
now.
basically, he tells you to turn. Why tell him to turn his shirt inside out when he's about to put his uniform on anyway?
The uniform was going to be put on several hours later before the game.
Oh, okay. So they practice in their own clothes. So you tell him, turn that inside out because that's what started the fight. Do you
Correct.
say anything besides turn it inside out or take it off?
I asked him to take it off. He wouldn't take it off. There's another substitute shirt for him to wear. Steven was becoming very belligerent.
Is he standing
balls.
up and yelling, or what is he doing?
He's just throwing a fit, kicking the balls all over. I told Steven if he would not cooperate, he's going to have to leave. He accepted that ultimatum.
And he said, fine, I'm out?
He had.
What did he say? Did he say something, or did he just storm out?
He's rambled stormed off.
Okay. So, Mom, he gets home and he tells you what happened. And what's your advice to him?
Well, that's where he stands, and we believe it's two genders. So I don't think he was wrong about that. He was just wearing a shirt, and I think he's a victim. Because
You think he's a victim because?
that other kid, I believe he should approach to the coach, Mr. Cook, and say, hey, that shirt is offending, can you ask him? And I truly believe, because my son is really good, he always obeyed, he will remove it. But this child chose to attack him verbally and then physically.
How did he attack him verbally? What did he say?
When he confronted him and asked him to remove the shirt, he has no authority to ask him to remove the shirt.
Okay.
He was like upset he didn't do it. He decided to kick the ball in his face.
Coming up on Justice for the People.
I just told her, this is not about politics. This is about soccer. We're here for unity. We're here to win games. We're not here for debates.
And later,
Frankie, her cat, just wanders into our yard pretty much every day and basically pounces on the glass.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Monica Hernandez, who is suing Walter Cook for a soccer program refund.
Did you ever investigate what's the other boy's name, Stephen? Josh?
Josh, yes.
Whether the other teammates say Josh kicked the ball into his face, because Josh needs,
Josh insisted it was an accident.
and what did the others say about it?
No witnesses.
So there's nobody who says he kicked the ball on purpose?
No.
Just Stephen?
Just Steve.
All right. And how much does the whole program cost?
The program is $1,188, and that includes everything, including uniforms and equipment,
And how much of the program had he completed at that point?
more than half.
When do you first hear from Ms. Hernandez?
A couple hours after the incident.
And what does she say? By phone or by text, or how? Or she shows up?
She calls me asking what happened. I informed her of what occurred. I said, Stephen was becoming very belligerent with his attitude after explaining the incident. She then also becomes pretty disrespectful towards me.
Why? What was she saying?
She just started going off on a rant insisting that there's only two genders again. And I just told her, this is not about politics. This is about soccer. We're here for unity. We're here to win games. We're not here for debates.
So, Mr. Hernandez, you felt, and Ms. Hernandez, you feel that you have a right to freedom of speech and that nobody should have the authority to stop you from whatever message you want to send on your shirt or out of your mouth, correct?
No verbally and physically. But that's the case, what happened.
Did
with
you
the-
feel like the coach has a right to tell a student, turn your shirt inside out?
I believe if it's something, because science says it's two sex, we go to church and it's two genders. So I don't believe if someone get offended, they should not be that aggressive. And probably we resolve that issue with...
Okay, but here's the thing that I'm asking you is, it sounds like he withdrew because of the coach, not because of Josh. Certainly Josh's actions, if it's true that he kicked him on purpose, is something to be dealt with. But your son didn't stick around for that, because what he wanted was to be able to express himself and say his beliefs in the soccer camp. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's his belief.
Right, and that's fine. I hope everyone within the sound of my voice understands that freedom of speech doesn't depend on if we like the speech.
Exactly.
Right. So either this is a situation where he is entitled by law to state what he wants and wear what he wants, or it's not. Now, I assume that this is a private camp.
Correct.
Right. And so it's a little different when it's a private setting versus a public setting. Your freedom of speech is that you are, the government can't stop you from expressing yourself. He's not the government, it's a private place. But you need to understand that the problem was not the shirt so much as the dispute with the coach and the inability to calm down. It is not as though the coach walked in and said, "You're off the team," when he saw his shirt. That's not what happened. That's a different situation than him saying you're off the team because of what your T-shirt says. And how are there no witnesses when there's video?
None of the other players were willing to communicate what they seen.
Well, but they have video. Did you know before today that there was video?
They said there's video. I did not see any video.
Did you ask for the video?
None of the players were willing to communicate what they seen.
That wasn't my question. Did you ask for the video was my question. That's a yes or no.
Upon asking, investigating what happened, I discovered there was no video.
But
according to the kids.
According to the kids. Okay, now I understand. I'm going to order the return of half of the money. It's a close call. It really is a close call. And I don't know that, I mean, something bad happened. He's accusing, the other kid of smacking him deliberately and then throwing the first punch, and everybody else is filming it. And I just have a hard time believing that the appropriate course of conduct is, I guess, nobody want to show me the video. I feel like there should have been more done. He is talking about being assaulted by another player, and I kind of feel like taking no other measure whatsoever to sit them down, get to the bottom of it. That's nudging me towards returning half of the money. $594 verdict for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $594.
I don't disagree there's only two genders, but we're here to win soccer games.
I think we should get the whole money.
Coming up.
How were you gonna please her? Like you mentioned, you set an expectation with your neighbor, and I'm fascinated by this because this is what happens with neighbor-neighbor disputes.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. Susan Good claims her cat needs expensive anti-anxiety meds because the neighbor's cat trespasses into her backyard and torments him. Melissa Sullivan says she can't control where her outdoor cat goes.
Ms. Good, you are suing Ms. Sullivan, your neighbor, suing for $1,100 because according to you, her cat is tormenting your cat. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, that is correct, Your Honor. So we moved back into Phoenix, Arizona about 5 years ago, and we bought our own cat from a kitten. Her name is Annie. And then about a year ago, my neighbor, Ms. Sullivan, bought, or I believe adopted, a cat. And ever since this cat arrived, it's been coming into our backyard, onto my back patio, and literally terrorizing my Annie. And I've got video as well to share with you. My cat is inside the house behind glass. She's an indoor cat.
Okay.
She's normally very placid. And Frankie, her cat, just wanders into our yard pretty much every day and basically pounces on the glass and causes my cat to freak out. She's like freaking out. And I have video to show.
Show me the video. You've mentioned it twice. Let's go ahead and look at it.
Okay, so that's my cat Annie inside. Look, that's Frankie coming over. Okay.
Your Honor, Frankie is just walking outside in the patio.
Is your cat an indoor cat or an outdoor cat?
My cat's an outdoor cat also.
Coming up.
There's no way you're going to be able to please her. So why not talk to her, and suggest you buy her a decent set of drapes?
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Susan Good, who was suing Melissa Sullivan for veterinary bills.
Have you seen that video before? Did she send it to you or no?
No, she did not send that to me at all. In fact, our communication has been pretty sparse. in my opinion.
So she says, and I've seen that. Hand me your copy of the text. I've seen the text where
Yes,
she
this
does
is the
write
first
to you and
text.
ask you, "Hey, can you keep your cat
That's
in?"
right. Right. And I've done my part to contain Frankie.
Okay. And according to you, he's an indoor and an outdoor cat. Why are you texting her, "Oh, I didn't know he's an escape artist," and all that stuff? Why don't you just say, "Hey, he's an outdoor cat"?
Well, I can understand if she didn't want my cat on her back patio, and I wanted to.
And so how were you? Okay, but you basically said to her, "Oh, we'll try to keep the cat contained."
Yes.
Exactly how? Like, how were you gonna please her? Like you mentioned, you set an expectation with your neighbor, and I'm fascinated by this because this is what happens with neighbor-neighbor disputes. You know, you set an expectation because I guess you were trying to be polite or whatever.
Right.
But not if you're looking at me under oath and telling me that your cat has always been an indoor-outdoor cat. You know, there's no way you're gonna be able to please her. So why not talk to her, you know, and suggest you buy her a decent set of drapes?
Well, I was trying to be nice.
I don't know. You know, go ahead.
I
What
was
were you
trying to
saying?
be nice. I mean, at this point, I think Frankie's an outdoor cat. He goes inside. He's a nice cat. Look, Frankie is cuddly. He loves my dad. He keeps him company.
No one cares, though. I'm
Inside,
sorry. I don't mean to be
outside.
rude. The cat is great, but some people, like, she doesn't want her cat freaking out and your cat on her property. The problem is, you're in court about it, and you're basically insinuating there's some duty that she and or her father are breaching.
Judge Milian's verdict when justice for the people returns.
My question to you is, you're actually suing for $1,100 because what?
My cat is so anxious, I had to take her to the vet. So the vet bill, the vet suggested to put her on lorazepam, which is
So you're giving your cat lorazepam?
Well, the vet recommended it and prescribed this anti-anxiety drug so that
and it's costing you $183 a month?
Yes, and I have the bill here. So every month it's $183. So far I've paid $1,100 for this, and I would like my neighbor to pay for my bill.
Right, and so you've come to the law to ask me to reach my long arm of the law and into her wallet and force her to pay you. And the only way that happens is if there is a duty that she has that she breached. If there is no leash law, then what duty did she break? And she didn't do you wrong because your town doesn't have a law against stray cats. Cats are allowed to walk around. You can't like call the police and say there's a cat in my yard. Arrest it. That doesn't exist. So my verdict in this case is for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
I just want us to go back to being friendly neighbors.
I want to be friendly too, but she needs to get a grip on her cat because I can't keep paying for these bills.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.